All right, I wanted to go over your navigation menus, how to edit them and create them. So we have a couple demoed in the theme. So obviously the main one up here is pretty easy to see. We also have an optional one in the bottom right if you want to have one in the footer. And then these two widgets are actually pulling in menus as well. So if you want to edit these areas, it is also under the same area. So let's go ahead and dig right in, and it all makes sense once I go over some examples. So let's go under Appearance and Menus, and you'll see up here, this is where all the menus are edited. And if you scroll up here, you can actually see the menus that are used by the theme. So again, we have those two footer ones that are labeled, then another footer one, that's that bottom right, and then your main navigation. And so if you want, you can just start editing those, but I wanted to go over from the get-go how to create a menu and add pages to it. So I'm going to go ahead and start going to create new menu, and let's call this new menu example. Create a menu, and under if we basically we need to tell the theme now to use this in our main navigation area. So to do that, go under Manage Locations and go under Primary Menu. And of course, if you've imported the demo data, it's already a selected one. But we're going to select New Menu Example there. Save the changes, and let's open up the site in a new tab so we can tab back and forth. And you'll see now that it's blank up here because we don't have any pages in our new menu example. So let's go back to Edit Menus. Make sure you're editing New Menu Example up here. And let's go and add a couple pages. So I'm just going to add a few. You can just select them and add them to your page. You can do cool things like drag and drop to reorder them. And if you want to remove them, there's a couple additional options right here on this down arrow. And that would be if you want to remove as well, you can remove items. So let's go and click Save. And if you refresh the site, you'll see the menu added up there. So it's pretty easy to add these menu items up here. Now, if you go back, let's say we wanted to create a drop-down under breakfast menu. Let's add these 3 pages as a drop-down. It's pretty easy to just grab your item, and if you move it to the right, it'll automatically snap to indent. So you can see now that these are indented under breakfast. If we save the menu and refresh, you now have a drop-down menu of those pages underneath. So it's really easy to create drop-down menus and whatnot. Now there's some other additional options, as I mentioned. If you view this down arrow, one of the most common used ones is menu icon. So if you click on this Font Awesome icon list, if you scroll down, you can add any of these icons to your site. So let's say we wanted to add a tree. Just find the icon and the name tree and type that into menu icon. Save the menu, and when you refresh it, you will get a tree icon. And you can add that under submenus or main menus as well. Again, under this drop down, let's say you wanted to add an icon of tag. You can just add that under menu icon, and it'll display like so. So that just covers the basics on how to add a menu, how to edit it, and all of that good stuff for your theme.